Have a good day, dear students. My name is Mayuri Karya. Today we will see the Chapter 1 of Standard-8 Social Science, Geography and Ncert book. The book name is Resource and Development. In this we will see the first chapter of resources. Chapter 1 Resources. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their house. Look at all these things: clothes, utensils, food grains, combs, this bottle of honey, books. Each of these has a use, said Amma. That is why they are important, said Amma. These are resources. What is a resources? Was Raju's question to Amma. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resources. Means whatever the things gives us a satisfaction, that is resources. Okay, replied Amma. Look around you and observe. You will be able to identify many types of resources: the water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. The fresh vegetable he has used are also resources. Water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable and textbook have something in common. They have all been used by you, so they have utility. Utility or usability is what makes the object or substance resources. Means utility means the characteristics of giving the satisfaction, that is being called the utility of the utility of thing. How does something become a resource? Raju now wanted to know. Amma told the children that things become resource only when they have a value. Its use for utility gives it a value. All resources have some value, said Amma. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not, but both are important and satisfying human needs. So beautiful landscape means a picture is not have that much means economic value, but both give satisfaction to the human. Some resources can become economically valuable with time. Your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today. Means grandmother's remedies are being used in home only, so they have no means economic value. But if they are painted and sold by medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substance into resources. Both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are the most important resources. It is their idea, knowledge, invention and discoveries that lead to the creation of more resources. Each discoveries or invention lead to many others. The discovery of fire led the patients to looking patience of cooking utensils resulted in development of newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity has turned energy in fast flowing water into an important resource. Means what the people are telling in this paragraph, that means humans are also one kind of resource because of their knowledge, idea, means discoveries and creations. So in technology also means the people are giving their share and making means new inventions. That's why humans are also resources. Types of resources. Resources are generally classified into natural and human or man-made. So natural resources means whatever the resources we got from the nature, that is natural resources. Natural resources Natural resources are that are drawn from the nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, the soil minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resources in the best possible way. Okay, means whatever we are getting from the nature, that are natural resources, but sometimes to use these natural resources we have to use the technology. Okay, like in mines and everywhere, means too much, means in a abundant manner, means natural resources are there, but to extract or to get that we have to use the technology. Next paragraph, natural resources are classified into different groups depending upon their level of development and use, origin, stock and distribution. On the basis of their development and use, resources can be classified into two groups: actual resources and potential resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known, means we know the quantity. These resources are being used in the present. The rich deposit of coal in Ruhr region of Germany and petroleum in West Asia, the dark soil of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are all actual resources. Okay, potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known and these are not being used. Okay, used at present. These resources could be used in future. The level of technology we have at present may not be advanced enough to easily utilize these resources. Okay, so actual resources we are using right now and directly, but potential resources we can use means in a future, like means we can say atomic energy. Okay, the uranium found in Ladakh is an example of potential resources that could be used in a future. High-speed wind were a potential resources 200 years ago. Today we are an actual resources and wind farms generate energy using windmill like in Netherlands. You will find some in Nairo Nagarkoil in Tamil Nadu and on the Gujarat coast. Okay, based on their origin, resources can be abiotic and biotic. Abiotic resources are non-living, while biotic resources are living. Soils, rocks, and minerals are abiotic, but plants and animals are biotic resources. Natural resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Some of these are ultimated and are not affected by human activities such as solar and wind energy, yet careless use to certain renewable resources like water, soil and forest can affect their stock. Water seems to be an unlimited renewable resources, but shortage and drying up of natural water sources is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Okay, so means whatever the resources once we are using and another time we can also use, that is renewable resources. Okay, non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are those which have limited stock. Once the stock are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Since this period is much more than human lifespans, such resources are considered non-renewable resources. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are some examples. Okay, so means resources that we use one time and in a some span of period it can be means finished, that is called the non-renewable resources. Like coal, petroleum, means these things are right now we are using, but its stock or supply is limited. so in future it can be finished. Okay, on the basis of their distribution, resources can be unquestioned and localized. Resources that are found everywhere, like the air we breathe, the ubiquitous, but those which are found only in certain places are localized, like copper and iron ore. Means whatever the resources means we are getting from the specific places, that is localized. Okay, and whatever the means resources we are getting not on a specific place, that is called the ubiquitous. These places are localized, like copper and iron ore. The distribution of natural resources depend upon number or physical factor like terrain, climate, and altitude. The distribution of resources is unequal because of this factor differ so much over the earth. Okay, means earth, on earth means them, because of many different factors, resources distributions are uneven. Okay, today we are means keeping our lecture up to here. Tomorrow we will continue. Thank you so much.